Jeezy, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
Sitting down with somebody that's shaking up the internet right now, going crazy, man. You've been saying a lot of controversial stuff, man, you know, but if you know this man, you know this ain't nothing new. His brother been talking like this. He been himself the whole time, and he got the world going crazy doing it, man. We got Dawgface back again, man. What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
I'm all's well, bro. How you feel?
Man, I can't complain, bro, man. You been going up, man. How's being lately, man?
Oh shit, it's been a roller coaster ride, brother. I kind of like playing for this day. It's all natural to me though, bro. I'm just commentating on how I feel. You feel me? It is what it is. It's not like I'm being somebody other than who I am. You hear me?
Most definitely, man. The recent stuff, man, that's been going crazy is this Boosie situation, man. You know, you commented on Boosie selecting or, you know, picking sides on, you know, on snitching, man. And after that, Boosie brother actually popped at you.
Right.
He tapped in, followed you, and all of that, man. What you know, what was that like?
Well, shit. I mean, he popped at me. He followed me. All the bloggers in Louisiana, all the major ones, have picked up on it. So I'm assuming that's where he saw it. Or he could have just saw it from watching Mogul State of Mind, because Mogul State of Mind going crazy right now.
For sure.
He followed me on Instagram, tapped in, DM me, told me that, you know, keep on going. He said, I'm hitting on something. You hear me?
For sure. Right. Now let me ask you a question, because you know he got his stuff going on with Blue. With Boosie got his stuff going on with Blue, the artist. You familiar with the artist Blue?
Young Blue, yeah.
Yeah, and his brother is managing Blue, and they got their own little feud. Do you think he fucking with you and like really supporting you because him and his brother got their own smoke right now?
Oh, I'm not even. I haven't even. It could be. I'm not even focused on that. You know what I'm saying? What I said was stands on its own, whether he tapped in with me or not. What I said was true. It was real. You feel what I'm saying? So whether he has a motive or a hidden agenda, ain't my concern, bro. You hear me?
Most
he
definitely.
Ain't asking for nothing. He just said keep doing what you're doing. You're hitting on something. You hear me?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Could be. It is what it is, though.
So Birdman brother too, Terrence Gangsta Williams, he reposted your your situation, and he said that if Boosie see you in person, you feel me, at the air, you know, like at it, just out and about.
It happens.
Yeah, he said he ain't gonna he gonna look down and keep walking. He ain't gonna fuck with you.
Oh yeah, that's some clever shit. That's the best thing for him to do. You hear me? 'Cause I ain't going. You hear me? It's security gonna have to do what they gonna have to do. You hear me? I ain't gonna say nothing to him because it is what it is. You hear me? So he got a problem with what I said. If he has a problem with it, I ain't got no problem with him, except for the fact that he did bitch shit. You hear me? So if he was to see me, the best thing for him to do is keep it moving. But I ain't one of them kind of guys who can go for no shit like that.
Yeah,
that ain't even no touch yet.
Yeah, no, because you even said it yourself. You said for the record, I fuck with Boosie.
I fuck with his music, bro.
Right.
And I followed his career. You know what I'm saying? Up until the point where he got locked up, and when he came home, I fuck with him. I supported his wave and what he stood for. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. It was what it was. If you a hood nigga, you a Boosie fan. You know, because he talked that shit all the way up to the point that he got in that motherfucking interview and took the low road out. You hear me? It was what it was.
Now, did that take his gangster card? Because that's strong words. If you say that took his gangster card by him doing that, so fuck all the other shit. When you did that, your gangster card was took.
Well, let's say it like this, bro. So there's a litmus test in the ghetto, in the urban community. It's a litmus test, right? You can be the biggest killer in the world. Once you tell them, motherfucker, everything that you did up until you telling on the motherfuckers, you can get that shit negated. You can get your gangster up when you did that. You hear me? So I'm gonna leave that for the public to decide. You had everything to say about every case that came up, sitting down with Vlad, every situation that came up, when Vlad asked him about a rapper or some type of entertainment personality who got caught up in some shit to where they put him in a situation where they told on the motherfucker, from the Boston Richies to the Gunners, the whole thug situation with the YSL people, you know what I'm saying? The people who may have told on that situation, Terrence Gangsta Williams, the 6ix9ines, he had something, the SPOTTEMGOTTEMs, he had something to say about all that, you know what I'm saying? And he also had something to say about people who were in support or couldn't see that what they was doing was wrong. He had something to say about that as well. So, you know, yeah, nigga, once you break bad, you break bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the public decide that. Because according to the same rules that he was applying to in terms of when he called them boys rats, same rules apply. You can't just, pick and choose when you want to keep it G or not. You hear me?
No, 100.
And he said, I guess, what's his name down in Atlanta, QCP, is to say he was a civilian. All right.
He said QCP was a
He
civilian?
said he's a civilian.
Oh, okay,
he said he don't
yeah.
scratch that street shit. That's cool. I don't scratch the street shit no more. I'm out the shit. I'm a civilian. But you can't wait until you can't be a gangster all the way up until it's time for you to go talk to the police. Then decide you
Civilian.
a civilian. That ain't how it goes. That's the case. Everybody can do that then.
Most definitely.
Everybody, all drug dealers and kill motherfucker, rob motherfucker. Oh, up until the time for you to try to save your ass, or when you get spooked, then you a civilian. That ain't how that goes.
Now, speaking about that, man, like with Terrence Gangsta Williams situation, everybody calling him a rat because he told on a dead man. What's your thoughts on that? Like, is he still a rat by telling on the dead man, even though ain't nobody been to prison or nothing like that?
Definition of a rat or a snitch. What's the definition of a rat or a snitch?
Somebody that's telling on somebody to get out of a consequence of something that they did or that they was involved in. Right.
So just baseline. So let's just say you and I, we out in the street, something happens, we knock a motherfucker down, right? Let's say before we get caught, or even when we in the county jail fighting the case, something happened to me, or before we get caught, something happens to me and I die. You my man, right? They can't dig me up and prosecute me. So if it's gonna free you, so you can go on about your thugging, go on and do it. You hear me? They ain't no ratting, bro. I'm dead. You can't prosecute no ghost. This is like the same thing motherfuckers say about saving your money when you in the street. You can save it all day, but when you die, they ain't pulling no Brinks truck up behind you. They ain't bringing no U-Haul with your motherfucking shit at your funeral. You gone. So long story short, I don't consider it ratting. Me, because I'm dead. You can't prosecute no ghost. If me and you in the street together and I pass away while you fighting the case, put it on me. I'm telling you, you can put it on me. I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? You can't prosecute me. You hear me? So get out. My death is a free get out of jail free card for you.
Right.
It is what it is. You got motherfuckers out here telling niggas who alive. You got niggas out here who done ratted on motherfuckers who alive. And they still fucking with the niggas. And they know these niggas and told on motherfuckers. It's out of 10 motherfuckers in the city of Detroit, right? Listen, I'm willing to guarantee you that 75% of motherfuckers who've been selling dope for 10 years or more, they done had some interaction with the police for or they ain't did some shit, or they ain't gave a nigga up on the low. Whether the police done pulled up on them, no record of it.
For real,
man, what's up? Oh man, that was a little.
Cause that's a fact. I know, and it ain't even no document.
Ain't no documents, bro. All this shit about it gotta be on paperwork. You can be a rat without even going to court and telling and officially taking a stand against a motherfucker or writing a statement out. It's motherfuckers who gave police blues clues about crimes and set the police on the trail of a motherfucker. Ain't no paperwork or none of that kind of shit. You hear me? The average motherfucker who been in the game 10 years or more, 75-80% of niggas who been in the game 10 years or more selling dope in the street thugging, them niggas done talk to the police, bro. The police know too much about what's going on in the hood for a motherfucker not to be talking.
Most definitely.
And they don't know just about the little low man on totem pole shit. The police know about the highest level of the game. So where the fuck they get that information from? They didn't get that from little Tim on 6 Mile who's selling hand to hand. They got that shit from Big Money T-Bone who really know how this shit go from Mexico to Colombia. That's where they get that shit from. Niggas picking and choosing. And then I forget all this old rat shit. Now ratting is ratting. It is what it is. If me and you do something, you my partner. And we get caught up. And I tell on you to try to lessen my sentence and try to escape the consequences of that shit, I'm a rat. If me and you get into a beef and we get into a shootout, right? And I tell on you to justify what I did to you, then you can consider that, right? But if me and you on the same squad, or even if we ain't on the same squad, I ain't got to even know you. If I know a motherfucker dead over here, and it's a possibility they can think it's him, and he dead, oh, he did it. I'm going to tell you that right motherfucker now. He did it. Period. Simple as that. He dead. You can't prosecute him.
Do you think if Boosie was in that same situation, you think he gonna tell? If he was in the same situation where he knew something like some dead people did some shit, do you think Boosie?
I don't know if he would, but I think he would consider it. I think you would be a fool not to. You'll be a fool not to. See, a lot of niggas don't want to keep it real because the whole subject of ratting, that shit is so controversial and so sensitive, and motherfuckers don't want to talk about the possibility of what a motherfucker would do. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you would do until you actually put in the position to do it. I can't say whether they would do it or not. However, if the situation is me doing a life bit, or I can put this on a motherfucker who dead,
yeah,
you can't snitch on a motherfucker dead. You can't dig him up. Last time they dig up a motherfucker in the court. When last time you seen a motherfucker get dug up from the grave, or they take a nigga ashes from the cremation, put them back together, and put a nigga on the stand, and put a nigga in the penitentiary behind that shit? That's just a part of the game. You are lucky if you're able to float into a situation like that.
Most
Simple as that. If you're able to find a situation, or if you find yourself in a situation to where you can put something on a motherfucker that's gone, ain't no consequence behind it.
You lucky.
You a lucky motherfucker. That's a guy's jail free card.
Yeah, for real. You said
he taking the case for you.
Blessing.
My dead homie taking the case for me so I can walk free and continue doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
So just to pivot a little bit, man. I know you said you ain't gonna talk about it no more, but I gotta have you talk about this Detroit gatekeeper list, man. I gotta have you talk about that. A lot of people been giving a lot of pushback towards it, and you explained what a gatekeeper is, not necessarily from the standpoint of somebody that's holding you back, but as a gatekeeper, the reality is that you do got the control to give a good word for somebody or don't. You got that power. You feel me? What's your for the Forum magazine? What's your final words to the gatekeepers list? And the people that's criticizing it, or or even feel like you shouldn't be on there.
Who feel like I shouldn't be on there? Name that some bitch. Name some bitch. It ain't a motherfucker in the right man feel like I shouldn't be on there because my track record speaks for itself. I have over 10 years in the entertainment business in the city of Detroit. When you see T Grizzly got booked in Tampa Bay, that was me who made that happen. Peasy got booked Tampa Bay. That was me who made that happen because I had already had relationships cultivated with Tampa. There was no, when did you hear about Tampa Bay and Detroit having a kinship, having an open door policy in terms of the hip hop community? There was no open door policy between the underground or the hip hop community in Tampa Bay and Detroit until I made it happen with T Lee, DJ Shizzle, DJ Dream Chaser, Bruh, the whole squad. I made that happen. I cultivated that. So when you see T Grizzly, 2016-17, when first day out was banging. He got booked in Tampa. You look at the flyer, I'm on the flyer hosting that motherfucker. 42 Doug, booked in Tampa Bay, I'm on the flyer hosting that bitch. Peasy, booked in Tampa Bay, I'm on the flyer hosting that bitch. I made it happen. I brokered the deal. Babyface Ray, same thing. Vez, same thing. I helped introduce Detroit sound to Tampa Bay. I helped introduce Detroit sound to Memphis, Tennessee back in 13, 14, when niggas across the country weren't really fucking with Detroit. We hadn't broke out yet. You hear me? It was like
St.
Midwest.
Louis. I know you.
Yeah, I did that. Listen. If it's one motherfucker who word that I think rings true with this city is Helliver. Helliver's been Tampa Bay with me 7 to 8 times in the last couple of years. Motherfuckers didn't even know who T Grizzly was. They didn't know who 42 Doug was. It's 1,100 miles away. They hadn't heard about no motherfucking Peasy, no Solid Baby, no Icewear Vezo. They got their own regional stars down there. I went down there and I introduced Detroit sound to all the top DJs, club DJs, concert DJs, the radio. I walked into the radio station. There's footage of me walking to the radio station. He asked me who hot in Detroit, and I'm telling him Solid Baby, Peasy, 42 Doug, Babyface Rays, and Risk Taker D Boys, and Rocky Bass, and the Cash Dolls. You know what I'm saying? Cash Doll wasn't who she was right now. Back then, when I first started spreading Detroit sound around down there. So a gatekeeper is a motherfucker who has the ability. Yeah, you have a position of power and influence, and you can use your position of power or influence or use your seat to strike somebody down. But let me just tell you something, bro. There are rappers right now in the city of Detroit who have been out to Houston, who've been out to Oakland, who've been all across the country. They took their motherfucker beef in terms of how they feel about a motherfucker and struck a motherfucker down who hadn't got there yet. I know rappers who have, and I ain't gonna say these niggas' names, but I know it's natural for a motherfucker to say when you go to Oakland, California, and niggas ask you who you fuck with in Detroit. You fuck with blah blah blah. No, I don't fuck with him. He a bitch. He a hoe.
Yeah.
That's how blah blah blah. So motherfuckers have said negative shit about a motherfucker that possibly could have stopped the opportunity from a motherfucker. What the fuck is that? Listen to the music. The music, they saying who they fuck with and who they don't fuck with, right? They saying in their lyrics, they telling on themselves and they telling who their ops is and all that shit, right? They dissing the motherfucker on wax, right? When Lil Durk say I don't fuck with 63rd, that is him telling the whole world. Lil Durk is a superstar. You think Lil Durk, if they ask Lil Durk if Lil Bang Bang from 63rd is hot as a motherfucker?
Yeah.
I think Durk is with 300? Who Durk signed to?
Yeah, he signed to 300 as his label or OTF.
Right, OTF got their own little label deal, right?
Yeah.
You think
I don't know what actual label he signed to though, but yeah.
Let's say Leo Cohen, Kevin Lyles.
Yeah.
Let's say Ghazi, let's say whoever was to ask him about a motherfucker from 63rd. What you think Lil Durk would say?
Yeah, he gonna say he don't fuck with him.
You don't fuck with him. And that alone, because you don't want to displease or displeasure him, is gonna stop one of them niggas from having the opportunity.
True.
If a motherfucker of blood and you really you banging 55 or you banging blood and you got a deal and the motherfucker who controlling your label asks you about a motherfucker who who a crip, a nigga who your op from your city, what you gonna say about him?
Yeah. You said that ain't got nothing to do with gatekeepers. No. That's just who you fuck with and who you don't.
Fuck with and who you don't fuck with. And motherfuckers got something to say about that shit. But dog, the intent of the list, of the gatekeeper list, the intent was to shine some light on people who are behind the scenes operators, people who help build the platforms that the rappers who are popular now, to push them to the world. It was just a way to acknowledge the people who ordinarily don't get acknowledged. That's all it was.
Is there anybody on the list that you felt like should have been?
Yeah, a couple of people. I feel like Smoke. I feel like Smoke because never in the history of this city have you had one person singularly turn himself into a motherfucker who is a powerhouse in the entertainment game. You have motherfuckers, normally when you get promoters and shit, it'd be a collective of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You have some promoters who are actually more popular than others, but generally speaking, you ain't never had one motherfucker who can go against everybody and win. Never. So he should have been on the list, in my opinion. I believe Ant Beats, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't talk about Detroit sound without mentioning Helliver. You can't talk about Detroit sound without mentioning Ant Beats as well. So I think Ant Beats, there's an argument to be made about Ant Beats being added to that list as well.
Yeah,
know?
And Snap Dogg threw in Floss too.
Floss, I don't think Floss give a fuck about this.
Yeah, nah,
Floss been granted a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I would say Floss. Yeah, there's an argument to be made for Floss a lot as well, but I don't think Floss give a fuck about it.
For sure.
I don't think that he cared that he wasn't on the list. A lot of motherfuckers who chimed in was usually people who had a problem because they were not on the list. Yeah?
Most definitely. So boom, quick pivot. Sexy Red, she got the industry going crazy right now.
Yeah, she turned up.
She's super turned. But I think Rainwater on Mola State of Mind. Rainwater, he was talking crazy about her. He said she a ugly, excuse my French, she a ugly bitch. Just talking all type of shit about her, man. Some people say she an industry plant to guide black women towards ratchetness or negativity. What you would say to that?
Let me repeat what you just said. Sexy Red from St. Louis, Missouri is an industry plant. She's an agent provocateur from the CIA, the FBI, and the Pentagon to convince black people, black women in the Pacific, to be ratchet whores. Oh, there's plenty examples of ratchet whores who are darker skinned that people can point to. Versus her. Sexy Red is a product of her environment, bro. An industry plant.
But because the only thing is, some people will say you could be an industry plant and don't know it. For instance, you got this hot song, you saying this, boom, we give you $1 million deal. Now you is the face of black women. You know what I mean?
Man, she's a face of black entertainment because of her popularity. But I don't think black women who are at Spelman, who are at Howard, who are at Harvard, who are at Columbia, Michigan State, University of Michigan, I think black women who know their worth, they can understand the difference between what's appropriate and what's not. To say that she is that influential just because she is who she is, that actually discredits a black woman's ability to be able to discern what's reasonable and what's not reasonable, what's television and what's not television. Al Pacino, one of the greatest actors in the history of Hollywood, he played all gangsters. I don't know a role that he played that he wasn't a gangster, from Carlito's Way to motherfucking Scarface to Marco Corleone. Does that mean that he's a fucking industry plant for all fucking Italian Americans?
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I think if you're a rational-minded individual, the problem is how was you raised to where you can't figure out that shit just is what it is.
Most definitely. Jeezy, he ended up getting a divorce from his wife Jeanie, the one that was on the Real. Did you feel like that was a weird marriage anyway? Did you feel like that shit was gonna last? Like,
you had to ask me that question when I'm gonna host that concert today. Yeah, it was some weird ass shit they was on with the kids and all that old weirdo ass shit. I ain't even get into it. You know what I'm saying? But that was some weirdo shit. Weirdo shit happens when you marry somebody from a different culture. You know what I'm saying? We have religious differences and cultural differences. And you don't understand each other. You come into a relationship with somebody like that, you're gonna have different customs and different shit that's like some weird shit that you might necessarily subscribe to. So you gotta be aware of who you, and then even within your own nationality, your own race, you have differences of opinion. You need to make sure you're on point. You're on the same page with the person you lay down with. Because if you're not on the same page with, even if you're a black man and you're not on the same page with a black woman, you're gonna have differences that gonna cause y'all to have divisions in y'all household.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause on the show, bro, she said she do white to keep her lean and right, and she do black like for something on the side. And they was like, "What the fuck? Like, what you want?" Like, and this was years ago before they got it. You know what I mean?
That's the industry plan. That's the motherfucker telling you they'll sell their motherfucking soul to get to wherever they need to be. That's the motherfucker who ain't operate with no morals, no moral compass, no character, no nothing. Motherfucker, I'll sell my soul to get to where I'm gonna play black here and I'll play white. That's imitation of life. Was it the movie, the old school movie? You know what I'm saying? But in order to get a hit in life, she was white light enough to be able to pass white, so that's what she did. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. That's some wicked shit. You hear me? That's some wicked. That's some devil shit. Some Edomite shit. You hear me? Which is what the fuck she is, Edomite.
What's some Edomite?
That's some Edomite shit. You hear me?
What's an Edomite, bro?
That's some Eurasians, bro. They're the most wickedest motherfuckers in the world. You hear me? According to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Right? Them Edomites is wicked. They devil times too. You hear me? That's that art of war, art of deception shit, that 48 laws of power shit. Like when niggas be talking about that, I read the 48 laws of power. And I'm utilizing that shit. That's deception, bro. That's wicked shit. That ain't God fearing teachings, bro. That ain't traditional teachings. The art of war, art of deception, art of seduction. 48 laws of power. It teach you how to be conniving and how to be a cutthroat. How to use your own people, step on to get to where you need to be. That ain't what black people subscribe to. That's some shit you using Southeast Asian philosophy to deal with your people. That's some whack, wicked ass shit. It's teaching you how to be a cutthroat, no good, wretched, lying motherfucker.
I did want to ask you this too, man, because the more you go up and the more you go up, you know shit about to get even more crazier.
How you behave?
Yeah, how you about to deal with this, man?
I'm gonna fuck they bitch. Niggas hating, I'm gonna fuck they hoes. That's one. So for all you niggas who got something to say about Dawgface, about is he really that? Bitch, I'm that, bitch. Bitch, let's put up some money. Let's put up titles, deeds, bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to your phone and open your app, nigga, and show me your motherfucker bank account. Any motherfucker, I'm gonna turn this nigga in Detroit, nigga. Period. Google my name, it's gonna pop up, nigga. Can't nobody fuck with me, nigga. Y'all keep on fucking with me. I'm gonna fuck y'all bitches, nigga. I'm gonna fuck y'all bitch. I'll fuck you niggas' mama. You know I'm 51. No niggas' mama's my age. You know niggas' mama's I'll fuck your mama, nigga. Your mama like a little fly ass old nigga. You hear me? Keep on talking about fuck your mama, nigga. There ain't nigga got something to say about me, say it to me. Don't go telling no bitch nothing. Don't go with all that old hating ass shit. Jump my DM and say, I don't like you. I don't like you, Dawgface. I don't like you because you always bragging and talking shit. But come to my DM.
If a person told you that straight up to your face, what would you do?
I would send them a dick pic. I would send them. I would grease my slong up with coconut butter oil. I would grease my slong up, and I would send them a pic of my dick. And if I know it, I find out their mama page on Instagram, or if I'm gonna send their mama a dick pic too. That's what I do. And I would beat their ass, and I fuck their bitch. Then I go buy another motorcycle. I go buy another car. I go buy another watch. And I'll put it up on social media and tag them in so they can see it, so they can really be sick. I'm trying to get these niggas to kill themselves. I'm trying to get these niggas to commit suicide. That's what I'm trying to do.